What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some purple Digimon fun that we need to have a little bit of a look at. We've got a few new cards that have been revealed, but we've not yet talked about, and they popped up in a YouTube video, and if I didn't talk about them, well, that just seems a little bit rude if I'm honest with you. So let's have a look at that, shall we? Starting off with Cerberusmon. Now, what we got here is a level 5 Digimon, a 6 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 6,000 power, which is about standard for a level 5. 6 cost is on the cheaper side, but then again, 6,000 power is on the weaker side. And 3 cost to Digivolve is pretty much what we expect from a level 5, so all good so far. However, it has got a lovely skill that says when it is deleted, you draw 2 cards and then trash 1 card from your hand. And if this sounds a little bit like what purple Digimon tend to do, it is because this is what purple Digimon tend to do. This is a standard skill, not an inheritable skill, but it's exactly the same as Gabumon does. On deletion. Of course, you can evolve Gabumon into this, and then you twice draw 2, and then trash a card from your hand. It is actually, weirdly enough, the same thing that Pumpkinmon does, with the exact same stats as Pumpkinmon, with the difference being that Pumpkinmon has it as an inheritable skill, and this has it as a permanent skill. So, Cerberusmon, when deleted, you draw 2, then trash a card from your hand. Pumpkinmon, you Digivolve up, and then when deleted, off you go. It's a weird one here. Do we want this on a permanent skill? As it stands at the moment, and I need to double check this and make sure I'm not being dumb, but I don't believe we've had a purple Digimon that is a level 4 that has a skill that actually does this in the same way. Although it is kind of interesting to note that we do have the Garurumon that came around in the purple starter deck, that when you attack, you draw 1 and trash a card from your hand. No, I know it's not the same, but I did tell you, I was pretty upfront about the fact that we did not have a level 4 that did exactly this. So essentially what we've got here is extra draw power. And we've got a bunch of deletion draw power in purple. I mean, one of the standard kind of little Digimon that draws cards is a Tapermon that when deleted, you draw a card. So that's kind of cool. I'm just really torn on this, because I don't know if I'd want to play this over Pumpkinmon. And I know they're not quite the same. One is a skill on a level 5, one is a skill that the level 5 gives to level 6s that have Digivolved from it. But there's nothing in the stats that makes me particularly excited. And essentially what you're doing is sacrificing this to draw 2 and then trash 1. And that's fine, incidentally. You know, it's not terrible. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you this is a garbage card. I'm telling you that I don't think I'm going to be rushing to play it over other cards. But how about a different level 5 purple Digimon? How about a different level 5 purple Cerberusmon? Werewolf mode. Now this one I can get a bit more into line. You see, this one is very interesting and also very much like Darkdramon that we looked at the other day. Now, we've got a 9 cost to play normally, which is really expensive, but we've got a way around it. We'll get there in a minute. We've got 9,000 power, which is very powerful for a level 5. That's awesome. 3 cost to Digivolve is fairly standard, but don't Digivolve into this card. This is not a Digivolve card. This is a play card. Now, it's got haste. It is the second Digimon we've seen with haste after Darkdramon. And this is helping my theory that haste only works when you play a Digimon, not when you Digivolve it. Now, haste basically says that you are allowed to attack with a Digimon the turn you play it. And the question is, well, can I Digivolve into it and then attack? I.e., can I play a Digimon, evolve, and then attack this turn, as long as the Digimon I finally evolve into and attack with has got haste? I don't think you can. I think you've got to actually play it as, say, a 9 cost here. The thing is, Darkdramon was a really expensive to play Digimon with haste that had a way to lower the cost of playing it, and this is a really expensive to play Digimon with haste that has a way to lower the cost of playing it. You see, when you play it, you may delete one of your Cerberusmon to gain 9 memory. And you might notice that you are paying 9 memory in order to actually play this card. And at this stage, I'm assuming you've kind of realised where we're going with this. You have to delete a Cerberusmon that is on the field, but if you do delete a Cerberusmon that's on the field, you get to play this for free. Now, it is interesting to note, we did actually have a Cerberusmon back in BT1. It was in Booster 1.0 over here. And that is actually a blue card, so it would work with some kind of hybrid deck. It's important to note that the stats on the 2 Cerberusmon we've had so far are the same, so there isn't a cheaper one that you can play. And now we can look at that Cerberusmon in a different light. Now we're not going, oh, Cerberusmon or Pumpkinmon, which one are we going for? Now we're going, oh yeah, well, I'm definitely playing Cerberusmon, because now when I get up into it, I delete it, I play my Cerberusmon Werewolf mode for essentially 0, and it's got haste so it can attack right now, and I get to draw 2 cards and then trash one from my hand, and now we are absolutely rolling. And I made this point when we talked about haste with Darkdramon before. Haste is the kind of thing that ruins games for your opponent. Haste is the kind of thing that basically makes it so your opponent cannot do what they want to do, and that's kind of hilarious. Because they look at your board and they go, right, well, you've got 4 attacks you can do next turn, so that gives me the following options. But then all of a sudden you come down with Digimon with haste, and you don't have 4 attacks, you have 5 attacks, and now it's getting better. One thing to remember is, when you're playing this card, you're not deleting an unsuspended Cerberusmon, so you can potentially attack with Cerberusmon, and then go ahead and play this while deleting it. Now, obviously, Cerberusmon's only got 6,000 power. You have to be a little careful. Blindly attacking your opponent's security stat could mean this gets deleted. And though you get the draw, which is nice, you wouldn't then get to actually do this, which is a bad thing. I love this. It's pretty combo heavy. You've got to have the Cerberusmon in play in order to actually do this. But when you get this working properly, you literally have a 0 cost Digimon that can attack this turn. I love it. Yes, I know you've got to delete Cerberusmon, but we've even got a Cerberusmon that kind of wants to be deleted, so I don't even really care about that. I'm loving it, ladies and gentlemen. I am loving it. Now, the good thing is we do actually have a new tamer we can have a little bit of a look at as well. It is Karikamiya, not the first Karikamiya card we've had, but the first purple Karikamiya we've had. And what we have here is a free cost tamer. On both your turn and your opponent's, when your security is reduced, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. And it's got the exact same security skill as every other tamer we've ever seen, which is to say you get to play this card without paying its memory cost. And you know what? I'm kind of into this. It's another one of those that gives you memory. We've seen so many of them at this stage. That is to say, tamers generally, that give you memory. But there's so much to like about this. I mean, the thing to remember is that you're going to have your security reduced. And really what this does is it just gives you a way to make sure that you're enjoying it. You know, you don't want to have your memory reduced, but at least now you can make the most of it. The problem I have here is it any better than the set-free Mimi Tachikawa? And I'm not sure the answer to that is yes. Because Mimi Tachikawa, whenever either player plays an option card, you get to rest it and gain a memory. Now, it depends on how many memory you're playing. At the moment, the metagame is such, option cards are not everywhere. But the fact of the matter is, generally speaking, bar some weird stuff going on in recovery, which purple generally don't have, you are going to have maximum 5 extra cards drawn with Carry Kamiya. Bearing in mind that if your opponent takes more than 1 in a turn, you're not going to be able to get extra memory because you're already resting. Whereas Mimi, in theory, yeah, you've got to rest to draw a card when an option is played, but by the same token, you should get more than 5 uses if you're playing enough option cards and your opponent's playing a few. Plus, it is 1 cheaper to play normally, and I actually end up looking at Carry Kamiya here and going, you know what, I kind of like it. I can see an advantage. I'm kind of into it. But I'm fairly sure I'd play Mimi Tachikawa instead. That's where I'm coming down. But I'd like to know where you're coming down on this tamer and on the 2 Cerberusmon we've had a look at in this video. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. I do like card games. Also video games and a bunch of other stuff, to be honest with you. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.